home for the most local news. News 10 ABC in the morning starts now.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us. I'm Christina Arangio.
I'm Ryan Peterson. Here's a look at what we're working on for you this morning.
Not something that anyone, especially a child, should ever have to live through.
It has been 5 years since the awful tragedy at Sandy Hook Elementary. How one teacher who survived that mass shooting hopes to keep it from ever happening again.
And the desperate search for a missing hunter continues in the rural woods of Delaware County.
It's a moment on live television that almost broke the internet. Our former Vice President Joe Biden comforted Meghan McCain on The View yesterday.
Really?
Touching little moment there captured on live TV.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you for waking up with 10 here on Fox 23. That's all ahead. And meeting Santa.
Yeah. Can be a little scary for young kids. You might remember we shared this picture with you yesterday on the ABC show. A little boy intimidated by Santa using sign language signaling for help, so his mom says. So how can you make things a little less intimidating for your younger ones when they go to sit on Santa's lap, right?
They all reach that age.
I can see the pain behind his eyes.
Yes,
I've seen all
absolutely.
those pictures where one baby is just crying
And the other one's happy.
pointing. Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
It's that certain age.
Sometimes.
Oh, I don't know who you are.
Stranger danger.
All right, we'll talk about it. We need to talk about the weather, too, because it's just the timing of it with the commute is just a little bit messy this morning.
I mean, this is not a big storm by any
It's
stretch
snow.
of the imagination, but we are seeing a light coating to maybe upwards of a ½ inch of snow
All right.
This morning. It's cold as well, but there's no wind this morning. So that bust out forecast, dress the kids warmly. The light snow coming to an end as we speak, 10 to 16. And then 21 to 27, 3 to 4 p.m. We'll see a good amount of sunshine this afternoon, but it really won't warm us up a whole lot. So it was very windy yesterday, still windy today, but not as windy. Here's a look at the Stewart Shop Storm Tracker. Weather Ken, the view from Stuyvesant Plaza. Sunrise in just about 15, 20 minutes. And we will see the sun later on this morning. Right now in Albany, we're sitting at 18, a light breeze out of the north-northwest. 18 in Albany, 17 Saratoga, 7 towards Lake Pleasant, 16 North Adams. Pittsfield right now, we're sitting at 15. All right, satellite and radar, snow showers, light snow, flurries coming to an end, but we're still seeing that in portions of the area. Spanning on out, that Clipper system that's passing by to our south, that's moving away off towards the south. And now our precipitation is also coming to an end. High pressure building on in. All right, let's head outside to Jimmy Marlowe, who is in the mobile storm tracker. He's to figure out which roads are the worst right now.
Hey, good morning, everybody. So I was at another story, and now we are in the mobile storm tracker, and we are on I-90 right now. Let's take a look at what the road conditions look like. There is some traffic out here, and as you can see, there are some emergency vehicles on the right, and those are going to be the snow plows. They're cleaning up just the last little bit of snow up off the road, but you don't see very much snow on the ground, but I can tell you that there is the slush. It is very slick, so what you'll want to do today to avoid some of the accidents that I've heard about out on the roads is to leave a little bit more space in between you and the other cars. So if you do slide because the roads are slick, you won't slide into someone else. And yeah, let's take a look back live again out here. The roads on the left side right now are crammed up on I-90, so we'll take a look at this map. It's actually on news10.com, and these are the current road conditions. Where I'm at is going to be right here in the middle where this red line is at. This is a real-time map. It's updated in real time, so there are some resources you can check to see what the road conditions are like in your area to where you are headed. But again, I did hear some reports of some accidents somewhere in Schenectady. I'm checking all that stuff out right now, but take a live look at the road conditions. It is a slick one out here, but the road conditions will be a bit better. The plows are out there. The salt is out there. Remember to have yours in your car. Remember to have your shovel, and don't get snowed in. But just drive safe, leave some more time, and make sure you have the stuff that you need in your car to be safe. I'm going to be in the storm tracker for the rest of the morning, so we'll be back to check in. Guys, back to you for now.
Thank you, Jimmy. Continuing coverage now, missing in the bitter cold. Authorities looking for a 77-year-old missing hunter from Schoharie County.
News 10 ABC's Mary Wilson joins us live from Harpersfield in Delaware County with what we know so far, and that's where his truck was discovered, Mary.
Yeah, that's right. His truck was discovered right here at the intersection of these two very rural roads. It was around 1 o'clock yesterday afternoon. That's when that search began in these very heavily wooded areas here around me. But the search was called off at around when the darkness fell. But they are going to resume that search later on this morning. Let me show you a picture here of the map of where I'm standing, because I think it'll give you a pretty good idea of just how rural this area is and just how much land the search crews here really have to cover. Today, they're hoping to bring in some more manpower. They have state troopers coming. The Schoharie County Sheriff's Office is going to be kind of helping leading this search, as well as some help from local fire departments. And they're also hoping to get some equipment here. They're hoping to put a helicopter into the sky. And the scary part is we know how cold it has been, and also the fact that he was last seen Sunday. That is when they do believe that he went missing. That car, though, his truck, not discovered until yesterday. So he could have been out here in these really terrible conditions for a considerable amount of time. We're going to be checking in with those search crews later this morning. They're arriving on the scene here at 8 o'clock, so do be sure to stay with us. For now, live in Harpersfield, I'm Mary Wilson, News 10 ABC.
Thank you, Mary. Let's get you up to speed on the top stories that are trending on this Thursday morning.
PBS show host Tavis Smiley reacting to the latest sexual misconduct allegations.
Company announced that it suspended distribution of the show Tavis Smiley as it investigates what it calls troubling and credible claims. Overnight, Smiley took to social media. Listen to his reaction.
But let me also assure you that I have never groped, inappropriately exposed myself, or coerced any colleague in the workplace ever in my 30-year career.
Representative for PBS declined to specify the nature of the allegations against Smiley, but said the investigation included interviews with both him and witnesses.
Meanwhile, Senator Schumer says he is ready to take legal action against whoever circulated a forged document accusing him of sexual assault. The document alleged a former staff aide claimed the senator assaulted her. She has since said the charges were not true and that her signature had been forged. Senator Schumer's office asking Capitol Police now to investigate.
Governor Cuomo apologizing to a highly respected Capitol reporter for the way he answered her question about sexual harassment allegations within his administration. Listen to the exchange that happened while the governor was here in Albany yesterday.
You did have it going on within your own administration, allegedly, with Sam Hoy. What could you do differently to, kind of pick up on that?
Well, look, you have it going on in journalism.
Is your administration going to do anything differently to maybe be a little bit more
We will have policies in state government, obviously, that affect state government. But I think you missed the point. When you say it's state government, you do a disservice to women, with all due respect, even though you're a woman. It's not government. It's society.
A reporter you heard in the video there, a longtime member of the Albany Press Corps, Karen DeWitt, reported for NPR. Governor Cuomo has clarified that he would speak more about what the state legislature will do when it comes to sexual harassment during his State of the State address. Other lawmakers sharing their reaction of that same exchange.
It sounds like he may have been a little abrasive or defensive, because I think we are doing a number of things in the state to get on top of these harassment and sexual assault issues. But it sounds like he may have been a little defensive or abrasive, and that's unfortunate. But we all have our moments.
Congressman John Faso weighing in, sending us the following quote. Karen DeWitt is a respected and longtime member of the Albany Press Corps. I am surprised Governor Cuomo responded to her in that fashion. We're told the governor actually called DeWitt later in the day to apologize, but that wasn't the only tense moment during that little press conference. We'll have much more on that coming up in the next half hour.
Well, the temperatures certainly are dropping out there, and some are taking matters into their own hands to help keep the homeless warm. So take a look at this picture. You may have seen this circulating on your Facebook feed. This is Steve Willett right here, and he says he spotted this woman. She was standing outside in the cold, right outside of a Rite Aid in Wilton, and he said he just had to do something to help her out.
It was cold, it was wet. I walked over there, got her a cup of coffee and a pretzel at Starbucks, and just kind of, talked to her a little bit.
Just being there for her, he explained that the woman couldn't go to a shelter because of a medical condition. Willett says he hopes this gesture can open others up to helping people in need. And it is a reminder of what the holiday season should really be all about. The Code Blue Shelter in Saratoga is always accepting donations. If you'd like to help out, they'll be operating through Friday with these temperatures.
Hard to believe, but on this day 5 years ago, the U.S. changed forever. Nightmare for many parents becoming reality during the Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting. 26 children and educators shot and killed. The victims ranging in age from as young as 6 to 56 years old. A permanent memorial to remember the lives taken that day is in the works. Sandy Hook families have created a website to share each of their stories and have dedicated themselves to charity, activism, and other efforts to channel their grief. In many cases, to help prevent future violence. It's become a nationwide push now to prevent another tragedy like that, of course. Rachel's at the Alert Desk with more.
Ryan, it may seem as though mass shootings are occurring more frequently. Researchers who have been studying those crimes for decades say they aren't, but they have been getting deadlier. The most recent incident, a 21-year-old shooter disguising himself as a student in order to gain access to a high school in Aztec, New Mexico. He killed 2 students, both just 17 years old. In the aftermath of the Sandy Hook shooting, districts have increased security, especially at elementary schools, which traditionally have not had police assigned to them, like many high schools and middle schools. Many have now hired retired officers and firefighters. Caitlin Roig-DeBellis, the woman on your screen, a teacher who survived Sandy Hook, has made it her mission to keep others informed.
My classroom being the first in our school, I knew immediately that what I was hearing was a weapon or multiple weapons, shattering windows, bringing terror, pain, sadness, and immeasurable loss to a school full of light and love. So awareness is so key in these horrific situations of knowing that you do have a choice of how to respond and react.
She created a nonprofit called Classes for Classes to teach children the power of kindness and to raise awareness. For Roig-DeBellis, every day is the anniversary. That's why her push to keep educators and staff ahead of a tragedy never stops.
There's so much, and yet she's so strong in helping other people now.
Absolutely incredible. All right, now on to a moment that's trending this morning for all the right reasons, right?
Former Vice President Joe Biden showing that despite political differences, people can still certainly come together and support one another. On The View, the Democrat comforting the daughter of John McCain, a Republican, of course, as she talked about her father's brain cancer diagnosis. Listen to this.
Your son, Bo, had the same cancer that my father was diagnosed with 6 months ago. And I'm sorry.
There's a lot of hope, babe.
I think about Bo almost every day. And I was told, sorry, that this doesn't get easier.
And that's when the former VP changed his seats, as you see here. He stood a little closer to Meghan McCain. Listen to what he had to say next.
One of the things that gave Bo courage, my word, was John. Your dad, you may remember when you were a little kid, your dad took care of my Bo. Your dad, when he was a mill aide, worked with me, became friends with Bo. And Bo talked about your dad's courage, not about illness, but about his courage.
And John McCain later tweeted his thanks to Biden and called him a source of strength. When you go through something like that, kind of diagnosis, and it affects your family so much, there will now be a forever bond between them. There's no question about that.
No, it's incredible, and it demonstrates what a lot of people say is lacking in politics today, which is civility, decency.
Compassion for one another, despite what your thinking is. Different sides of the aisle can still come together. There's a great example of it.
After all, right? To watch the entire conversation, you can head over to our website, get to it through our news app as well. If you don't have it, it's free at Google Play and the App Store.
7-Eleven right now. Bring out the hand sanitizer if you haven't already, and the tissues. A new health alert when it comes to the flu.
More people catching the bug right here in New York. We'll show you where it is currently widespread.
Do you believe in life after love?
Plus, find out how Cher is hoping to inspire you to believe in the holidays.
I love that song. I don't care.
How can you not?
I love it.
It's a great song.
It's Cher.
It's the best. I just feel like dancing every single time that comes on.
So do it right now.
No, it's not on.
Okay. I'd sing it, but we'd waste too much time.
That's very true. All right, so Clipper system passing by to our south. Diminishing snow showers this morning. We will see a lot of sunshine today. I'll have the full detailed forecast on the other side of the break.
Now your forecast first, live from the Curtis Lumber Trex Weather Deck.
Hi, everyone, and welcome back. A Thursday morning to you where we have a layer of snow this morning. Now, the accumulations have been generally about coating to a half an inch. So not huge problems this morning, but it could slow you down. So take your time on the roads. I would say we probably have about a quarter of an inch, half an inch of snow here in Albany. It's cold, but we have no wind, so that's pretty good. One place where we have snow-covered roadways is on Main Street in Bennington. This is atop the Hotel Putnam there, so maybe some slow going in these areas. Temperatures are well down below freezing. We're into the teens this morning, even some single numbers. So even where we have treated roadways, we could have some problems there as well. Weather headlines: increasing sun today, but it will be cold. Highs will be into the 20s. It'll become breezy as well, so blustery. Snow showers possible on Saturday. A little bit milder next week, maybe highs near 40 by Tuesday. Storm Tracker HD radar. The snow has pretty much diminished. Yeah, maybe the chance for a couple flurries off towards the south and east right now, but that's in the process of going away. Temperatures right now: 17 in Petersburg, 18 in Glenmont. We're at 14 in Knox, 12 in Duanesburg, so it's off to a cold start, but again, the wind is not strong. 14 Hesville, 15 in Broad Alban. Across the Adirondacks, 0 Big Moose, 1 below 0 in Long Lake, 9 Scroon Lake, and 13 in Glens Falls. Winds this morning, calm, so no wind chill. Satellite and radar: snow showers, flurries coming to an end. Low pressure system right here over eastern Ohio. That'll move off the coast. Weak clipper system moving due east. High pressure building in from Ontario. Here's a look at the futurecast. Through the rest of the morning, decreasing clouds, increasing sun. So by the noontime hour, we're seeing sunshine. Through the afternoon, we're looking quiet. And then through the overnight period, we are going to see partly cloudy skies. It's going to get cold. Friday looks okay, but then more clouds increase later on Friday night, and we'll see the chance for maybe a few snow showers by Friday evening through early Saturday. Here's the forecast for today: 25. Flurries and light snow ends early. Blustery wind chills into the single digits, so please bundle up, much like yesterday, although the wind won't be as strong. For tonight, partly cloudy, very cold, lows near 10. 7-day forecast: 26 on Friday, chance for a snow shower at night, maybe a chance for a flurry or snow shower Saturday, 31. Cold Sunday, quiet, 29. Unsettled next week, but no big storms, highs near 40 by Tuesday. I'll toss it back to you guys.
All right, thanks, Greg. Time to check this out now. It is just time to make it under the tree. Sheer has released a line of Christmas merchandise, including ugly sweaters that say Merry Christmas, Turn Back Time.
And pajamas.
And yes, a onesie, actually, to be exact.
Nice.
She's trying to make it as ugly as possible, though.
All right.
One of the ugliest sweaters is her goal, so she's pretty good at what she does. She looked for the ugly motifs and fonts for some of those sweaters, and that onesie, again,
it's not that ugly. I've seen
it wasn't innocent than that.
Yeah, it's really
I'm saying ugly, but I'm looking at my Cher can do no wrong.
It's
She can't be ugly. She's
not really ugly. Is she just trying to get people into the holidays whatever way you can?
Maybe, I guess. Sure.
Put some lights in it, interweave some light, you know.
We could do a lot more with that to make it ugly.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, you've seen her outfits. Maybe to her that's ugly. She has
maybe. And she's all about the black. It's all black theme there, so I get that. If you have a story, tip, or video you want us to see, share it with us. Use our News 10 ABC app. You can find it on Google Play or the App Store, and it's free. 7:20 right now. Appreciating the beauty of winter weather.
Of course, but it can get dangerous in the bitter cold, especially if you plan on spending any length of time out in it. Some tips to keep you and your family safe.
Also, making a long-time tradition more fun. What you can do if your child is intimidated by meeting Santa. And it happens. It's a certain age. It's okay.
Snow showers have come to an end. Accumulations anywhere from a coating to as much as a half an inch this morning has already fallen, and now we're done with it. Everything is moving off towards the south and east. Clipper system moving away from us. Low pressure system off towards the south. Most of the precip has been down towards places like Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and down towards southern sections of New England. Here's the forecast for today: 25. Flurries, light snow ends early. Blustery wind chills into the single digits. For tonight, 10 degrees, partly cloudy and very cold. single digits for a good chunk of the area. 26 on Friday, chance for a snow shower at night. Flurry snow shower possible on Saturday. Sunday looks quiet, a bit milder by next week. Ryan?
All right, thank you, Greg. Well, those flurries you mentioned causing some problems on the road. Check out 90 at 787 here. You can see the roads look wet as those flurries have blown through, and that's not the only area that could see some issues, of course. 511 reporting multiple incidents all over the highways around the capital region earlier this morning. Most of them have cleared out. A lot of fender benders as those flurries blew through, people spinning on the roadways. Of course, again, most of those issues have been remedied now. It's time to check in with Jimmy Marlowe. He's live in the mobile storm tracker out on the roads coming through Rotterdam right now, Jimmy.
Yes, sir. Ryan, we are in Rotterdam, and there are some pretty bad fender benders out there on the roadways, and it's not because of bad accidents, high collisions. It's just because of the weather conditions. So we're going to take a look at that right in just a second. But this is the map that I updated that's on news10.com right now, and I am around this area where the 7 is in Rotterdam, and the accident that's on I-90 has caused this terrible backup in this area right here. This blank area is where the accident is. I-90 is crammed. 90 north and then south of the accident are both crammed. So then if we take a look back live again, this is what it looks like on the way to the exit at 890 where it takes you to 90. And this is around exit 24, 25 on I-90. So we'll definitely want to remember to have your salt, have your shovel, anything that's gonna be in your car to help you avoid getting stuck in this kind of weather. Put it in your car. Also, as we're in traffic like this, leave 2 or 3 car lengths in between just in case you slide a little bit. The roads are slick. Even though it doesn't look like it, the ice is definitely there. So we're going to be riding around the capital region a little bit longer. I'm going to be looking for all of the accidents and try to help you navigate around them as we deal with this winter weather, you guys. But I'm in the storm tracker for now. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you, Jimmy. All right, many parents can't wait to get that classic photo of their little one on Santa's lap, right? But oftentimes a trip to see jolly old Saint Nick can result in tears and sometimes screams. It's important to keep in mind that a visit to Santa should be fun for all involved, not just mom and dad.
This is meant to be a fun and enjoyable activity for the whole family. And if the child appears reluctant, encouraging the child to give it a try. It's always important to try things we're a little bit afraid of. But if they're hesitant or don't want to do it, then forcing them is not going to help.
Doctor says that if it's your child's first ever visit to see Santa, it's a good idea to proceed with some caution. She says it's important to have an idea ahead of time whether your child is really interested in visiting Santa up close and personal, or perhaps from a distance, right? Coming up next on News 10 ABC in the morning, feeling a little sniffly at home? You're not alone, and it may have something to do with your Christmas decorations. Find out how your tree can actually make you feel under the weather.
Oh, that's a groovy. Have mercy.
You know him as Uncle Jesse. Now he's getting a new title. We've got some details in today's What's Poppin' report.